Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with another mini set card review. We had the Druid cards, the scary looking Dorian earlier today, and now, unfortunately, some really bad news. Priest is getting more cards. Like, they do this every content. Can we just stop giving Priest cards? Would that just be great? But yes, we have 3 new Priest cards to go over, revealed by Martian Boo. Big shout out to him. I think his first ever card reveal. I'll link it down below if you want to take a look at it. But yeah, we're going to go over these cards, and if you want to win these cards, or just any cards in this mini set, we are giving away 3 mini sets out of my pocket. To enter that giveaway, like and comment in the video, linked in the description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel, and every 1,000 subs we get until the mini set is out on the 14th, I will add another mini set to that giveaway. So hit that sub button, make me go bro. So the first card we have here for Priest is just utterly garbage. This card is so bad, it's insane. And considering Priest outside of Zarimi Priest, not great. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something. You guys can let me know how this is going to be crazy, but I think this is one of the worst cards we've seen in a while. The Delayed Product, a 4 mana spell. You discover and summon a minion that costs 8 or more. It goes dormant for 2 turns. So if it has like a battle cry effect, you're not getting it. You can't discover a Titan. Not that there's a Titan. I guess Yogg you could get. And it's discover and summon. It's not a copy, so you don't even add it to your hand. It's not value. There's only 3 Priest minions that qualify for this, which I believe is Elise, which you don't really want a 5/5. Shapeless Constellation, which is just an 8/8. Who cares? And Obsidian Statue, which is annoying, but again, probably not really worth it. You're looking more like neutrals, or maybe get like Ragnaros or Factory Assembly Bot, but you don't get the mini on that. It just seems really bad, right? Like, if you look at the dormant for 2 turns criteria for cards, it's basically been a death sentence for everything other than Mechtherodon, but not the actual Mechtherodon, just the one you would get off Window Shopper, right? Because it does something while it's dormant, and this is not reliable. In Wild, this is horrendously bad because there's so many minions, it's so inconsistent. Although you can hit Dark Moon Rabbit or Ultrasaur. Maybe, just maybe, but overall, I think this card is dreadful. I'm glad they put the Unicorn Priest on the art because it's symbolic of, Unicorn Priest. It doesn't exist. It's terrible. I don't know. It's weird. All the slow Priest decks are getting nothing lately, and this just seems bad. It's a bit of mana cheat, I guess, but I just don't see it as a thing, especially you're passing basically turn 4, spending 4 mana on this. I'm gonna give this a 1 in Standard, a 1 in Wild. I don't think you want to pick this in Arena. I just think this is an absolutely dreadful card. Please let me know in the comments down below how I'm horribly wrong about this, because I just see this as one bad card. Next we have the Fun House Mirror, a 3 mana shadow spell where you summon a copy of an enemy minion. It attacks the original. So it's a really kind of cool card. Actually, think the flavor on it's really cool. It's a way of effectively destroying another minion. Maybe you copy its death rattle. Maybe you get like a value, like it's a 4/5 Yeti off, and you hit your, oh wait, Yeti's not in Standard anymore. How dare you, Blizzard? You took our Yeti away. But let's say, you have a type of trade like that. You could heal up that minion, keep it, or remove theirs. It's just a nice, like, kind of pseudo target, single target removal. It's so funny. I just look at raw data and look at all these cards that don't work with it. It has to be play a minion that didn't start your deck. Summon doesn't work. There's all these cards that just don't work together. It's so weird with Priest. It's just like a mishmash of crap other than the Priest or the Dragon stuff, which works really well. Again, are you hard running this in any deck? Really hard to say. Like, maybe it's like a Reno Priest control removal option, and could be good on a Titan where the Titan hits in and then you get to use the Titan ability. That's probably your best bet, kind of like a pseudo reverberation that doesn't really remove that well, but I'm gonna give it a 2. I don't know, man. They are struggling on removal and stuff lately in those control decks. It's just such a clunky one, right? It's not amazing, but it can be amazing. It's a hard one to evaluate. It'll be really interesting to see how it plays out. I could see it seeing play. I really could, in those grindy control decks, in those Reno Priest type of decks. But outside of that, I don't see it, and they're not doing great right now. And I don't see these mini set cards, although the next card, the Location, really good or possibly bad. It scares me. Not like a funhouse mirror, although that kind of scares me too. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna give it 2 in standard. I'll give it a 1 in wild, where the removal is just so much better. Look at a card like Hysteria, and I just like, yeah, that's probably a heck of a lot better than this, and it seems like very limited play in wild right now. But you can run it in your aggro Shadow Priest. You could smack their patches into your patches for the ultimate patch off. I don't know. But yeah, it's just kind of more of a weird one. And then lastly, we have a card that scares me. It's pretty crazy. This is probably a pretty good priest card. The Puppet Theater, a new 4-mana location with 2 durability, and you get to choose an enemy minion just like that last card. However, you get a 1/1 copy of it that costs 1. You basically get to create a mini of whatever card that they play. Kind of reminds me of Convert, which was like a 2-mana spell. You just got a 1-mana version of it. That got recently buffed. It didn't used to do that. It used to just be a copy, but you know, power creep. So gotta buff it and sees a little bit of play in wild now. But yeah, you can pick a Titan, grab their Titan, get a 1-mana 1/1 version of it and use it. If you're playing Rito Priest, you can seal their Bran and get a 1-mana 1/1 version of it, or whatever Highlander minion they play, right? You can yoink that and you can just play this on the board. It's active and ready to go. But it's very situational. It's very greedy. It's not removing anything. It is just purely giving yourself a little bit of value for quite a bit of mana. It's 4 mana to get that first one, but then you get the second one later in 2 turns. But your opponent can be aware of it on the board and try and play around it. Might lock them out of playing stuff. It's almost a mind game style of card in some ways. Are they gonna destroy their own minion possibly to play around it? It's gonna be a really interesting one to see. Feels very priest in that it seems super annoying, pretty toxic, and really punishing for you to play your good minions because they're going to take a copy of it. Even if it's a 1/1 version of it, it's 1 mana, it could be gross. They could possibly power and synchronize that, get the full value out of that card too, and just, who knows, the games could be crazy with what this can create. In standard, I'll give it a 4. I feel like, yeah, those type of decks could absolutely use it. Thankfully, Zarimi is once per game and they can't copy your Zarimi and do it back to you, but look out, a little bit scary. And I'm also glad that we now have the Highlander stuff based on starting deck, because they could like yoink a Rhea Straza after ripping their deck or something, and that could lead to a lot of frustration. So yeah, I'll give it a 4 out of 5 in standard. In wild, I know this will see play. People are so greedy in wild with their priest decks, like Renethal Reno priest with like every greedy tech card ever. They're throwing this in there every single time. It'll probably see some wild play. I'll give it a 3 there as well. And yeah, I feel the priest cards are just weird this mini set. They don't really have much cohesion. I don't know what they're going to really help out, but they're there, and that feels very priest to me. And I do love the Rise of Shadows style of art on this card. That looks quite nice. So there you go. Those are the priest cards today. I think that's it for today, and we'll hopefully have some more card reviews for you guys later tomorrow. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.